So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We are just getting started. Matheus Cunha. Now it's Thor. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, I think the fact that this guy, Saliba's starting, I think that indicates, Peter, you're looking to play out from the back, and he's shown to be very confident and comfortable on the ball when it comes to moving it forward. He'll see a lot of the ball, and sometimes he'll go direct from back to front.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Shot could... Real chance! Goal! France!
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
So, a breakthrough already. Van Dijk. Now Eder Militao. Bruno Fernandes. Van Dijk. And it's Soboslai. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That is good alertness. Van Dijk. And Wan-Bissaka. Quarter of an hour played.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack. Namdin really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Opts for safety. Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka. Eder Militao. And it's Bruno Fernandes. It's a good spell of possession, this. It's a really well-measured ball. Wan-Bissaka crosses it in. Soboslai is having a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Soboslai really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Namdin with the corner, there first. And he shoots!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Spread to the right. Plays it across. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
France definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Timber. Oh, that's a key interception. Rice. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Nicely weighted ball.
Well, at least they acknowledge the effort.
Dembele. Saliba. No way through. Now it's Thor. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And now the breakaway. Dembele. He's had a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Dembele actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Eder Militao.
Namdin truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Good ball, good take. Can he get on the end of this? Corner then. Corner number 2 then. And he was alert to it. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And it's Timber. Timber's cross.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Wan-Bissaka. Szoboszlai. Locatelli. And it's Van Dijk. Grimaldo. Dembele. And it's Dembele.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
Now this could be a chance. Wan-Bissaka. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Namdin coming in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And we are back underway.
Namdin really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Time and again they are repelled.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Matheus Cunha. Cunha going face-to-face with his great rival. And that's really well manoeuvred. And it's Szoboszlai. He's on it, can he get away? There they go, hunting in packs. Now that's well seen too. Dembele. For Rice. Threads one in. He is through here. Dembele. Chance! And he hits the net. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And yes, it's him again. France are doing very nicely, thank you. Well, there's the shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 18.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. France find a position of real strength now.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Now, Thuram! That's put paid to the danger. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Matheus Cunha.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Thuram looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they will...
And the shot! And no mistake! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 10.
So we have further activity on the bench
À leur
here.
place, le numéro
Namdin
37.
may be down,
Le numéro
but
30.
not out just yet. Namdin do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Pulisic, good read, needed to be.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Van Dijk. Marquinhos. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, nice touch. The ball goes in, and a header! And a neat finish! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
France are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So now the difference is 3. Delivered low. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Rice. Great vision. Raya claims comfortable. Cunha finds himself offside. Eder Militao. And it's Bruno Fernandes. That's going wide left. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. And that's it. That's it for tonight's match. So it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.
Mesdames et messieurs, je vous demande toute votre attention.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who'll need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
Thuram. That's an excellent interception.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
He's got plenty of space out wide here. It's Dembele!
Dembele made it all look so simple there before he invited his own complications.
Oh, that's a fine interception. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, it's hard not to focus on Ousmane Dembele, a player of unbounded potential, someone who can add real width and dynamism to any team thanks to his pace and all that ability on the ball. On a good day, he can really be unplayable coming inside.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Wan-Bissaka. Namdin still without a single shot on target. Matheus Cunha. Looking to play him in. Girassi. Wan-Bissaka. Eder Militao. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Rice. And it's Mendes. And that is expertly dealt with. Not the most accurate pass. Looking for the run. Good take, and is he in? Szoboszlai. And it's Wan-Bissaka. To Bruno Fernandes. Wan-Bissaka. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Eder Militao. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Girassi. Van Dijk. And it's Locatelli. And Mendes. Rice. And it's Locatelli. Rice. Well read. And the danger is averted. Opts for safety. Marquinhos. For Szoboszlai. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Mendes gets over and intercepts. And here's the chance to counter. Locatelli. And that has left him in a heap.
France definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Bruno Fernandes. And a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Vinicius Junior. Girassi. Tries to play it through. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Thuram.
Pretty robust defending.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. And it's Dembele. Mendes has it out wide and in space. Timber. Marquinhos. Locatelli. Dembele. Looking for options for movement. And that signals the end of the first period. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. And we're already back up and running after half-time. So the first half brought no goals. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Can he get it through? There's the shot! Deftly away.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Matheus Cunha. Rice. Thuram running with the ball. Oh, that's nice. Locatelli. And it's Rice. Oh, that is a nice touch. Lovely bit of skill. Oh, Vinicius Junior! And no mistake. They've done it! Finally, they've broken through. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 9.
So we have movement on both benches.
À leur place,
France
le
have
numéro 21.
broken through. It's
Le numéro
1-0.
45.
And talk about the
Changement.
perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Now it's Haaland. Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
He has found the way through. And he shoots! Well taken goal. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
France are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produce something out of nothing there.
Real chance! This time, surely! Well, now it's a race for the ball. He's trying his... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Out of play for a throw. Nuno Mendes. Namdin, perhaps contemplating their next change here. Here's Locatelli. Engages and forces him off the ball. Pulisic. Thuram being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro
And we have
41.
our very first corner.
À sa place, le numéro 8. Changement en cours.
Decent chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Namdin are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Thuram, Vinicius Junior, he's picked his way through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now it's Osimhen.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
He's got away. France have a free kick. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
Locatelli taking charge of the dead ball. This the perfect chance to extend the advantage.
À leur place, le numéro 11, le numéro 15.
Osimhen received. Can he finish? Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, he's looked very lively. He really wants to put this game to bed.
Rice. Szoboszlai. It's Thuram. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And now they can clear their lines. Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now there's a fine ball. Eze finds himself offside. Van Dijk.
Namdin are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence, or attack, for that matter.
He's in a great position here. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Eder Militao. That is lovely. Shapes to shoot! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Pulisic is wide and looking to get onto this. Partey. Pass somewhat off target. Rice. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. He's found a way through.
Il y aura 4 minutes de temps additionnel.
Eder Militao cuts it out. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Saliba with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. And he's quick to return it. Well, that's wonderful alertness. João Neves. João Neves carries the ball down the right. And there goes the final whistle. Namdin perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So we're very much on the way now. And it is clear to see that he is... Vinicius Junior! Oh, it's come off the upright.
Vinicius Junior really had a clever trick to shake off his opponent then, but he's left shaking his own head in disappointment.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Nicely weighted ball. Can he finish? And it's hit the woodwork and out. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Nuno Mendes here, I think, will be very important, Peter, particularly if they start to spread the play, because he's excellent in one-on-one positions, both attacking and defending. So I'd expect him to have some of that cutting edge in the team, making himself a great option when they've got possession.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Bellingham. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. No goals as yet. That's a good ball. Goes for a shot! Goal! France! And France are in front. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Vinicius Junior.
Namdin really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Takes a shot! It's run loose. Oh, Waters has another go! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end. Locatelli. Vinicius Junior. Wan-Bissaka proves too strong. Rice, ready to try one.
Peter, the keeper knows that even if his wall is perfect, it doesn't serve as any guarantee here.
Picked out brilliantly. And it's Rice. Rice, he won't be happy with that one. Bellingham. Searching pass he's played there. And the finish! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
That'll be a throw. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle.
And a header! Oh, should really have made more of that.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
France have their second corner now. Well, that pass isn't the best. Namdin are looking to go forward now. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Look at the space here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now that looks a decent ball. Girassi picks it up out, shapes to shoot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Rice, shot could shoots! It's in! And this is getting better and better. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
So that's two now without reply.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
This looks promising. Thuram receives it in a good position here. Defending of the desperate variety.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Rice. Oh, that's clever. That's a simple one for the keeper.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
That's the end of the first 45. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. That gets us going once more.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Rice, passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, there's the shot! Relentless! Just relentless! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. And it's Bellingham. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
He is through here. Big chance! And the keeper has done it off. Top stop.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Now it's the belly! And he hits the net. They are playing them off the park. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection. And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
Attention, attention, le trafic risque d'être très dense dès le coup de sifflet final.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. We're up and running then. Incoming delivery. Now it's Girassi. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air, and what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Bruno Fernandes. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. And it's Wan-Bissaka. Oh, played through for the wide man. Now it's Rice. Played out towards the right wing.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Oh, well played, well played. Wan-Bissaka. Tchouaméni. It's a really well-measured ball. He is through here. Wan-Bissaka gets a cross in. Wan-Bissaka tries to clear.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He can run onto that, and he's certainly onside here. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. It's a good run he's making out on the left. Wan-Bissaka gets over and intercepts.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
Skims one in.
Well, they're clearly focusing on that right side, Peter. That's where the crosses are coming from, where the danger lies. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Gives the defence a decision to make, whether to go zonal or man-to-man now.
Locatelli deals with that comfortably. Marquinhos calmly anticipates. Dembele.
France definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Bruno Fernandes. Oh, some tackle that. Now it's Thuram. And he's intervened well there. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And that was asking for too much. France are looking to break at pace. Timber. Marquinhos. Pinches it off him. Dembele. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, good-looking ball. Eder Militao did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Well, the box was just...
Oh, what has happened here? And the whistle goes for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
Oh, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. And so the action is resumed. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Wan-Bissaka. And it's Timber. Chouameni. And he was quick to react. Szoboszlai. Bruno Fernandes. Now this could be a chance. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Locatelli.
France clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
And it's Timber. He's picked his way through. Oh, well played. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Thuram being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
That has ended up in no man's land. Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Dembele gets on his bike and on the move. Dembele. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
Pass somewhat off target. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Van Dijk does really well to win the ball there. Timber. Namdin ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. And he's forced to go back. Eder Militao. Little pass back. Probing pass. And that is expertly dealt with. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Rice. And that has not gone well. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Chouameni.
Namdin are totally dominant in the middle of the park, and no way through zone.
Now it's Thuram. Van Dijk. That's good vision. Thuram is onto this. Matches Cunha!
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 10. le numéro 41, le numéro 18, le numéro 9, le numéro 13. À leur place,
France really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
le numéro 30, le numéro 4. Attention,
Turns back here,
changement.
probably the best option. Hakimi.
Well, the crowd's impatience is an indicator that they haven't quite given up on a goal just yet.
Šeško. Osimhen. Burmo. Bruno Fernandes. And then Burmo. Nuno Mendes. And it's Van Dijk. Hakimi.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Oh no, no circumventing this opponent.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Bruno Fernandes. And he has been fouled there. And he's going to have his name taken. Marquinhos. Nuno Mendes.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
And it's Rice. And we're done. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
Disponible à la boutique du club.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's away we go then. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, this fella, the French Ghanaian Seho Girassi, is a very interesting option. He's blessed with pace, he enjoys playing the lone role up front, he's instinctive, he's opportunistic, and he really works for his team too, because when it comes to defence, he has to become the first line, and he never shies away from that. He's happy to embrace it and work hard.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Vinicius Junior receives it in a good position here. Now it's Thor. Marquinhos. Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka to Bruno Fernandes. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Now then, the ball's come loose. Brilliantly cut out. It has been a rather gentle affair so far. Threads one in. Dembele looking to receive it in space. Wan-Bissaka. Szoboszlai. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And it's Tchouaméni.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Lovely, but Szoboszlai! Matheus Cunha. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Played out to the left flank, and he's picked it up out wide. Oh, that's nice. Szoboszlai defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And it's made its way to him, takes a shot! He's gone direct here. Looking to play him in. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Eder Militao. Opts for safety. Marquinhos. And here's Szoboszlai. Oh, important interception.
France definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Marquinhos. Can he finish? Too close for comfort. Tchouaméni. And it's Szoboszlai. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. He's picked his way through, delivered in. Locatelli. Matheus Cunha. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Plays it in low. That's really well manoeuvred. Timber did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Locatelli has got himself a free kick. And it's Dembele. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Vinicius Junior. Matthews Cunha. It's a goal kick. Bruno Fernandes. Now this could be a chance. Wan-Bissaka. And it's Bruno Fernandes. It's a promising position. An instinctive, terrific effort. It's, oh what? And again! Szoboszlai! Goal! On the cusp of half-time, he delivers with perfect timing. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say.
The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Namdin come in leading by just the odd goal.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak may be all it needs to change it.
Namdin have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Namdin currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Well, that pass isn't the best. Chouameni. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Matthews Cunha. Nice bit of trickery. Good take, and is he in? Can he finish? Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Rice is offering a right smile there. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And he's taking no chances there. He's on it, can he get away? And he wasn't.
Well, he got ripped because he was under pressure.
Matthews Cunha. And it's Locatelli. And here's Vinicius Junior. Chouameni. Thuram. And he's forced to go back. Timber. Thuram being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Wan-Bissaka has the space to scheme. Team still separated by the game's only goal. Matthews Cunha. Szoboszlai given the lift of his goal. And it's Timber. Flashes it across. Saliba deals with that comfortably.
This is the time you need that pace.
So Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they've settled for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Not the most accurate pass. Szoboszlai. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And it's skewed away. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Girassi receives it in a wide position. The muscular approach does pay off here. Wan-Bissaka does really well to win the ball there. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now it's Thuram. And it's Locatelli.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Now it's Girassi. Looking for options for movement. And that has left him in a heap. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 41.
So changes a foot here, and from both sides.
Le numéro 10. Le numéro 9.
Oh, lovely bit of skill. He's having a pop! Holland! That is brilliant! About as smooth as it gets. France are back on level terms. It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Changement en cours.
Namdin have opted to make another change here. So they have it all to do again.
Well, this poses a very interesting question now, Peter. Do they push on to try and win it in normal time? They certainly have the momentum.
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. So, what can they come up with here? He's in a great position here. Very nicely done. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now there's a fine ball. Swings it. Towering header! Grimaldo can get it clear.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Šeško. And the shot! He lifts the roof! A game of margins! A game of thrills! This might just do it! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
France. Oh, shooting chance! It's a goal! They have stolen level at the last! Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
Well, those players out there must be exhausted now, Peter, but at least they have momentum, which augurs well if this goes to extra time.
Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Nothing in it still. We move to extra time. So, that was the second half.
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
So here we go then, extra time is coming up.
Chers spectateurs, nous allons procéder à l'annonce des numéros gagnants de la tombola. Si vous avez un billet, regardez bien l'écran. Changement pour la France. Le numéro 7.
No winner in 90, 30 more to
Le
come.
numéro 38. Changement.
Namdin did fantastically well to force extra time, having been on the brink of defeat in normal time. In fact, you could say they're the better off of the two teams, at least psychologically. Thinks about the shot. Oh, some tackle that. Eze. Showing good feet. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Burmo tries to pass it through. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Nicely weighted ball. Well cut out. No margin for error there at all.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Burmo. Thuram. He's a sharp little ball here. He's going for goal!
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 5. Pour le remplacer, le numéro 37.
Sheshko knocks it into space. Always onto this. That has been cut short. Nuno Mendes. Haaland. And it's Eze.
Such good technique.
He is through here. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And we're halfway through extra time.
Votre attention, s'il vous plaît.
Well, nobody wants to settle for this, of course, but everyone is running nigh on empty. Is there going to be a moment to win it? Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a winner? Well, this really has been an epic encounter, and there are some tired limbs out there. How much more can the players give? Van Dijk attempts a clearance. Gravenberg. Oh, it's come loose. Well, that looks a decent ball. Plenty to... Shot, surely! Oh, that could be pivotal! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant.
Eze. Bruno Fernandes. He's looking wide. He's having a shot! Oh, it's hit the post! And a neat finish! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place.
He leaps for it! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Thuram. There it is, the whistle. No avoiding penalties. Namdin tie it up just about.
I can only applaud the sheer doggedness and tenacity on show in watching both teams refusing to lose. I mean, they both ran their socks off.
So after 2 long, inconclusive hours, here we go. It's penalties. Grimaldo to get things going. And he has done his bit.
Well, so far, so good, Peter.
Pulisic is engaging in a bit of mind games before stepping up. Oh, it's a really good save. Well, whatever he did, it worked, did it not, Jim?
Well, Peter, I think he did well to hold his nerve then. Probably gave him that important edge. Never looked particularly convincing for me. Well, I think he's overestimated the keeper's reach then.
Burmo is the man who's second in line. Made it look easy. So both teams on the board. Šeško, the third man up. Never in doubt.
How confident was that? Backed himself all the way.
We're on to number 3 here. Oh, sent him the wrong way.
Brilliantly done. Never took his eye off the keeper either.
Bruno Fernandes is 4th up. Oh, no one's saving that.
I don't think there was ever any doubt, really, Peter. Certainly not in his mind.
Vinicius Junior is the 4th man to step forward for them. It's 3 each. Eze, the last of the designated 5. Great penalty, outwitted the keeper.
How confident was that? Backed himself all the way. He just has to trust his instincts and pick the right spot.
Now there's a penalty. And that takes us to sudden death. A huge pressure penalty, reserved only for the bravest of men. Great stop! And the keeper punches the air.
I think some mind games were played there, Peter. It certainly did the trick.
Namdin on the verge. And they have done it in sudden death.
Oh, just allow me to get my breath back a little here, Peter. What an ending. Fantastic.
Namdin have come through in the most dramatic fashion, and the show goes on. The ultimate test of nerve and mettle, and they have... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We're up and running then. Locatelli touches it back. Decent chance! Goal! France! Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Well, the ball was there to be hit, Peter, but wow, even so, that's never easy. Everything has to be perfect for that to come off.
So, a breakthrough already. Aimed beyond the defence. Eze. Now, what about a counter-attack? Chouameni. Played into space. And the shot! Oh, good finish! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip.
Ah, he's given it away! Bruno Fernandes. Wan-Bissaka. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Well, that looks a decent ball. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, well played. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. That pass has been well intercepted. Over to the right flank. Wan-Bissaka.
Oh, great feat, that.
Now the delivery. Bruno Fernandes finds himself offside. João Neves has found the net here, of course. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Osimhen. Bruno Fernandes. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Girassi receives it in a good position here. Bruno Fernandes! It's hit the crossbar. Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Bruno Fernandes deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
João Neves. Big chance! Goal! France! And they're back in front! Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Wan-Bissaka. Here's Chouameni. Szoboszlai. And it's Bruno Fernandes. He's in a great position here. Namdin have it back and can go again. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. João Neves. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Nuno Mendes.
Oh, really well played.
Knocks it into space. Thuram wants to run onto this. Saliba gathers from the goal kick. Distributed tidily. Cunha goes for a shot! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Van Dijk. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Osimhen. And he shoots! Denied by an instinctive save.
Osimhen is offering a right smile there. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Namdin are looking to go forward now. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Chouameni and Guirassy. Just past the 40th minute mark. Nicely weighted ball. Neves shoots! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
That's very neat. Locatelli. He'll try from distance. Oh, there's a probing ball. And it's Mendes. Nuno Mendes.
3 minutes.
Neves. Eder Militao is there to clear. Wan-Bissaka. Great defending, strong and determined. Guirassy, now it's Thuram. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Namdin can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Marquinhos. Chouameni opts for safety. Passing is crisp and sharp. Locatelli. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Szoboszlai, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's a good foray he's making. Thuram. Well, that pass isn't the best. Thuram.
That's going in strongly.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Namdin really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half. And here's Thuram. Tries to play it through. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
Thuram clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
And it's Timber. Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. And he is going into that little black book.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 9.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Le numéro 13.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Attention, changement.
Clipped into space. Taken back almost at once. Driving forward. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
He is through. Impressive jump. And a neat finish. Again, we are level. What a contest.
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Changement.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Mendes did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Passing nice and neat. And it's slung out wide. Eder Militao. Pulisic.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And he's managed to get free. Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Changement pour la France. Le
It's a
numéro
good
7.
35 yards out, this.
Le numéro 41.
So who's he going to be aiming for here? And he welcomes it in. Bellingham proves just a little bit too strong. Nuno Mendes looking to play him in. Dembele looking to receive it in space. Thuram being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Well, that is one way to stop him. And here's Dembele. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. João Neves has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident.
He'd been asking for that, Peter, and it puts him under much more pressure now.
Takes aim and crosses. And the shot! Incredible! Just incredible! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here, because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
France look like they've won it, but it's not over yet.
Well, what an end to the game, Peter. But now comes the overwhelming question: how long is there left, including stoppages?
4 added minutes on the board. Rice. Good running, strong and purposeful. Dembele. Now there's a fine ball. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Namdin can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, when it comes to being very watchable, Peter, I don't think you'll get much better than Vinicius Junior. His raw pace, added to the infinite amount of trickery he has up his sleeve, are sure to cause any defence no shortage of headaches. He just needs a better final product at the top level.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Chouameni. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Timber. Szoboszlai. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Szoboszlai. And it's Chouameni. Van Dijk. Nicely shaped ball. Not where it came from. Can he get on the end of this? Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Thuram with a definite foul there. And that's going to be a booking. Marquinhos.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter.
Could be danger here. Vinicius Junior! Goal, France!
Thuram really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Bruno Fernandes. This is a promising build-up. He's chosen to go back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Rice. Namdin are behind here despite their domination of possession. Now that looks a decent ball. Bruno Fernandes.
Namdin really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Bruno Fernandes. Good read, needed to be, and that is well cleared. And it's Szoboszlai. Now this could be a chance. Matheus Cunha. Now it's Thuram. This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. Mendes drives forward on the overlap.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Szoboszlai tries to pass it through, shapes to shoot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Szoboszlai. Traumeri. That's very neat. Incoming to... Oh, good effort! Not a bad try by any means.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Well-timed, excellent interception. Traumeri looking to pass their way up the pitch.
Namdin certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Rice, this is promising. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Matheus Cunha, spread it left. That's been cut out, well played. Szoboszlai. Now it's Guirassy.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Nuno Mendes. Thuram going after that. That's it, 45 minutes up. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. Namdin go in at half-time with a game to chase.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Real chance! And that's a tiny finish. 2 up now, and they are cruising. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Changement en cours.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. No, he refuses to take the bait. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, that's well done, really robust. He's played it back, looking here to chip it through. And that pass just didn't quite work. Now it's Yamal. Lovely pass, but can he get there? In by Vinicius Junior. Van Dijk is there, and he can get that clear. Matheus Cunha, and it's Rice. Nicely weighted ball, and he's found a way. And the shot! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Pinches it off him. Namdin do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. That's going wide left. He's got away. Chouameni for Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai is fouled. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 9.
France can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Le numéro 30. Le numéro 21.
Guirassy currently being consciously targeted.
Yeah, better communication.
Big chance! Oh, good finish! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed! A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
So could they be onto something here? Matheus Cunha, Šeško, he's had a shot! And yes, it's there! So smooth, a signature finish.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
France palpably stronger, better, superior. Van Dijk. Chouameni. And it's Szoboszlai. Guirassy. Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. He's in a great position here. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle, stopped him dead in his tracks. Rice. Now it's Haaland. Haaland proves just a little bit too strong. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
He's had it taken off him. No way through. Szoboszlai. He's a sharp little ball here. That is lovely. Now, can they get him away? And the finish! And that's off target.
Namdin are stuck in a rut, and impatient putts at goal won't really help their cause here. They need somebody to communicate composure and something more constructive.
Comes under pressure and it's come loose. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, that's delightful. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, that was vital.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
The pass has gone astray. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Dembele. That is good progress on the left. He has found the way through.
Temps additionnel, 5 minutes.
Now, has he got the beating of his marker here? Dembele driving forwards. It's Dembele! And that's in! His utter joy. He engages with absolute happiness. And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So things are underway. Chouameni carries the ball down the right. Can he get it through? And it's Hakimi. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Well, that is one way to stop him. Bruno Fernandes. And he's had it nicked away. Osimhen chasing after it. Both sides exercising caution for now. Knocks it out wide. Bellingham. That is good strength. Rice. Dembele. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Has crossed into the middle. And Dijk with the clearance.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Namdin, disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. And it's Bellingham. Thuram, he's shifting through the gears here. Chouameni, Girassi, Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes powering forward here. Ball's gone out of play. Showing great feet there. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Bellingham. France are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, ball's over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Marquinhos. And it's Timber. Wan-Bissaka kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Dembele aims beyond the defence, shifted it to the flank. He's picked his way through. Hakimi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. 15 minutes till half-time. Wan-Bissaka. Bellingham. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. For Rice. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. He's found a way through. Cross from towering header. Oh, crossbar! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, Peter, sometimes that happens. You get a great connection, and yet that proves to be the problem. It was too good to go in. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Dembele going face-to-face with his great rival. Grimaldo has it out wide and in space. Played in. Oh, good climb! But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Thuram. No way through. Wan-Bissaka.
Temps additionnel, 1
Tchouameni.
minute.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
So a temporary halt to the action. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So neither side has found a way through yet.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock, the score 0-0. So we're straight back at it. Oh no, what has happened here? He's found a way through. Osimhen! And he hits the net. It is an explosive start to the second half. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Quickly taken. Tchouameni, and it's Neves. Now it's Osimhen.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, well measured.
Osimhen clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Rice. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Girassi looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Now, what about a counter-attack? And here's Thuram, showing good feet. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Thuram. That's a shade optimistic. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
Pressing high and with purpose.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 9, le numéro 45, le numéro
France
41.
have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Le numéro 18,
And it's
le numéro
Dembele.
38.
Just eases him off the ball. Hakimi. Some good work on the right flank here. Hakimi. Good, strong midfield running here.
Namdin really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Well read, and the danger is averted. Namdin still have the cards to affect this game.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right.
Locatelli. It's Bellingham. Locatelli. It's a pretty loose pass. João Neves. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And that has left him in a heap. Gravenberg concedes a free kick for that.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 10.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
À leur place,
Yamal.
le numéro 11. Le numéro
Pulisic
15.
is onto
Changé.
this. That's going to go a long way. That's a good ball out wide.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Spread it left. Gravenberg. And it's Gravenberg. Driving forward. That's tidy. Van Dijk. And that is a little undercooked. Locatelli. Well, this could be it, bar something close to a minor miracle.
Yeah, it's not looking good, Peter. Never say never, though.
Branthwaite did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, he's bustling, shapes to shoot! And that is well cleared. Vinicius Junior has it in a wide position.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 7. À sa place, le numéro 8.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Crosses it in here. And he's managed to get rid.
Il y aura 2
Marquinhos.
minutes de temps additionnel.
Out for a throw. Ball's out, it'll be a throw in again. So that's it, it is all over. Quite a game.